Hey, what's going on? This is Skitwndah. I'm coming from the 40 nickel Madden Syndicate League. I've actually done this, taped this a couple times, so I'm going to try to do this quick in case it messes up. But basically, I'm going to do a wrap up of the first round of the draft. I wouldn't mind doing actually every round and having some discussion, but it'll take too long. Basically, first I want to talk about the Madden Syndicate League and what it actually is. It's pretty simple. All you basically do is take a roster. For example, me, I had a team last year that had about, I think about 42 players or so. Then I went through the draft process, 8 rounds, picked up about 50 players, and then just picked a couple players on the free agent wire, and then came around to this year, had to do a couple cuts. One was just one of my top 10 players. It's sort of like a salary cap drop, so you can't hoard players or build up too good a team. And then that's basically it. It's not that difficult. And then also some philosophy with the drafting. Me personally, last year I definitely was just looking to trade my established veterans, basically pick up a bunch of draft picks, and that worked well for me. This year I kind of did that a little bit, and then also traded back a little bit. I imagine next year I'll have a different strategy because my team's changing. But let's get to the draft picks. First overall was a computer team. They picked Reid. I highlighted a few players. He was one of them. There was actually a couple good safeties. Reid looks like a really good player. I was a little surprised going number 1. But you can't knock the pick. Looks like he's going to be a starter for the 49ers. He's playing real well. Second pick, computer team. Cruz. Cruz was actually number 1 on my draft board. I didn't think I was going to get him, but I felt like he was the best player out there. Next pick was by Shades. Alec Ogletree, linebacker. To tell you the truth, I don't know much about him. I read up a little bit about him, but I'm not really sure. I've heard he's a pretty good player, but like I said, I don't know a whole lot about him. The next pick was Milliner. I believe he went 6th in the NFL draft. He was picked by the computer team. He looks like might be a pretty good player. Hasn't really done that well, but maybe the future will change that. The next pick was Jahri, number 5. He picked the veteran guard, trying to solidify that line, Jahri. The computer picked Xavier, Rhodes, Minnesota Vikings cornerback. The following pick, Skitwndah, ended up trading up, got a defensive player, Mingo. Mingo looked really good in the preseason. He hasn't really played a whole lot, but Skip, I think, likes his defense. This guy's an outside linebacker. He's probably going to do pretty well. The following pick was a computer team. Tyrann, Mathieu, a free safety. Once again, another safety. It looks like safeties are pretty much dominating the draft here. This guy looks really good. I had him on my top 5 list for sure. I might have taken him pretty early. aBum ended up picking Michael Johnson. That's a veteran defensive end. Computer team picked Giovani. I had him highlighted because there was the 2 big rookie running backs, and then there was the Steven Jackson, the veteran running back, and they were the clear-cut top running backs. So it went a little high from what I thought, but this guy is really playing well. Jockel was picked next by Rhino, number 11. Once again, he's trying to solidify that line with the way that Madden is today. The following pick, Werner, I can't really pronounce his first name, outside linebacker, computer team. MoTown ended up trading up with me, picks a veteran, Jockel. He's just trying to solidify his defensive line. I have a feeling that he has a high block shedding. I know that's a big deal in this Madden, so MoTown is trying to get a guy to do Spider-Man on the line a little bit. The next pick, Barnes by the computer team. Then we're going to go here to Trent Williams, went number 15. I would have taken him. I wouldn't have traded with MoTown at 13. I gave him my first round pick. I might not have traded him if I knew Trent Williams was going to be there. But I can't worry too much about my trade because I feel like it worked out for the good of me. Following pick, computer team, quarterback Geno Smith. Once again, another quarterback goes. And actually, he's the first one to go. One's going to go a little later. And it looks to me like there's a trend going on with the computer teams getting better. Looks like there's something, in the Madden Syndicate League trying to get computer teams better. Maybe for some new players or maybe for a different reason. But Geno Smith goes pretty high. I thought he might last a little longer, but that team probably needs a quarterback. Why so serious? Terrell Brown. I don't know much about this guy as a cornerback. I think he's a veteran. The next pick, the Cowboys, or actually the Computer Cowboys, take free safety Rhodes. Once again, another safety, so it's continuing that trend of all the safeties. Following pick, Miami Dolphins, Asamoah, Dolphin fan forever. He's just looking to, to solidify the interior of the line. He's a guard. Another computer team picks a lineman. The following was Don't Cheese. Don't Cheese took tight end Eifert. Eifert looks really good. A lot of people wanted Eifert. I was hoping to get him in the second round. He was the only clear-cut tight end out there, unless you consider the guy from the Redskins that's played real well recently. But a numerous team wanted him, including MoTown, Lug, and probably a few others. Star Latoye went next to the computer team. MoTown had another pick. Picked Hilton, the wide receiver. Another computer team went next, took Ruben, left end. Don't know much about him. The Clock Workman ended up picking a defensive lineman, Harrelson. Can't say I know much about him either. I'm assuming he's a high overall. I know Clock Workman liked the high overall players. A computer team ended up picking DJ Fluker. That guy looked pretty good. Love, a new guy in the league. He picked Anzai. It's Ezekiel Anzai. I can't pronounce his name. Looks like a pretty good defensive lineman. The following pick went with computer team. They picked the quarterback EJ Manuel. And then another computer team picked Vontaze Burfict. That guy wasn't even drafted last year in the NFL. And now he goes in the first round. Manti Teo, the guy that had the, what was that, I forget what they call that, catfish girlfriend from Notre Dame. He ends up going to the 49ers computer team. Skip goes again, Cordell Patterson. I really like Cordell Patterson. He runs back kicks. He's tall. People said he would have went higher in the draft if people thought he took NFL a little more seriously, but he looks like he's a good player. And to round it out, the computer team picked Jarvis Jones from I believe he's from the Steelers. So that concludes the first round. Basically, I want to stop this real quick so I don't have any technical problems. But there was a lot of discussions on the boards. There was a lot of trades. Some people, thought, they wanted to trade up. Some people wanted to trade down. I was talking with Don't Cheese about some things. I had a lot of trade offers from Skip, Mo, a few other people, CJ. CJ had a real good draft. We're just trying to see if there's a team that can knock off Skip, because he looks like now he's the clear-cut absolute favorite now that JFam isn't here, and I don't think BFRC is around. So it looks like it's MoTown's season to lose here. So we'll have to see what happens, but stay tuned. I'm probably going to do a top 5 list in about maybe a couple weeks. But thanks for watching, and hope we get some comments and hear what you guys think. All right, have a good one.